Dur ya şöyle şuna bakalım ya. Abi. Emily yapmasın. Emily yapamıyor.
I'm Rinku and I'm a level 2 chef.
My name is Ayesha Nurjaya. I'm the executive chef of Shuka Restaurant and I've been cooking professionally for 15 years.
Bu abla bizi parçalar.
This kebab recipe is like a suburban barbecue on a stick, like 1990s suburban dad kind of kebab.
These salmon kebabs are one of my favorite recipes because they're pretty and they get done very, very quickly.
Today we'll be making lamb kofta kebab, which is one of my favorites. I've come across this kebab in many places during my travels, like Morocco or Israel. We also have a version of it at my restaurant Shuka right now.
So I'm gonna start by cubing the salmon to get them ready for the marinade.
All right, so I have some sirloin steak here, which I'm going to cube for my kebabs. I'm just gonna go for like slightly bigger than bite-sized pieces.
Working with fish inherently in a preparation like this needs precision. Fish is very delicate.
Is this one too big? I'm gonna say it's fine.
I love lamb. I think it lends perfectly with the seasonings of many different array of spices.
Here's my cubed sirloin steak.
So now we'll make a marinade for the salmon kebabs. So it's a fairly simple marinade. So I add yogurt, mace, which is actually the skin.
Blender ne alaka?
Nutmeg.
Balık ne alaka?
I'm adding in a little bit of salt.
Balık ne? Balık ne? Somon mu? Somon kebap mı? Ne?
Ginger and the almonds.
So we're gonna start with the bahara. What we get is spice grinder or coffee grinder. A lot of people say it has two. What's a little coffee with a little spice in it? Only better. So we're gonna throw in some clove, coriander, cumin. Cardamom is definitely one of my
What the fuck?
And some black pepper, cinnamon sticks. For this recipe, you're definitely looking for a very pulverized spice mix.
And I'm just going to slice this jalapeno. And I'm just going to toss these jalapenos in here.
So you blend this for about 3 to 4 minutes.
In our mixing bowl, we're going to start with the paprika. And I'm going to add about 2 spoons of the bahara spice. And then we're going to whisk this all together.
I'm going to go like 5 dashes of Worcestershire. That was 5. It's hard to tell. That was like 2.5 each.
So we're gonna peel some garlic now.
İşini biliyor. 1. Ete otomatik olarak garlic atmak zorundasınız. Et yapıyorsan abi sarımsak otomatik gitmek zorunda. Bir kere bir de bıçağı yan tutup yapan işi biliyor abi. Bu abi bu. Zaten şef, ben anlatmama da gerek yok ama budur yani.
We're gonna just take the skin of the garlic off.
And some soy sauce.
On the large grate, we're gonna grate some onions. Now hopefully I won't cry to ruin my mascara, but it's a possibility. Or I legitimately cry, is that okay? If I stop here?
Tat katıyor. Gözyaşları yemeğe tat katar.
You want to make sure that the consistency is smooth. Yeah, I like the consistency.
Italian dressing to coat.
Ablam bir şeyler deniyor. Random bir şeyleri atıyormuş gibi hissediyorum. Bu şey gibi hissediyorum. Bir gün çok aç kalmış. Buzdolabını açmış. Et dışındaki her şeyi koymuş. Bu tamamen random bullshit go.
Perfect.
In this bowl I have my grated onion and we're going to start with some garlic. I love using the microplane for garlic because it ensures not to get those really big chunks of garlic in your kebabs.
In fact, I like this marinade so much. I like eating it by itself.
Next we have our parsley, and I love herbs. What I like to do is boil it up and chop it. In this kebab, I like a lot of robust flavors, and I find that the stems really encapsulate what parsley tastes like.
And I'm just going to give this a stir with my big wooden spoon.
So now we have our lamb. So I'm going to take my hands and just break up this
Bol
beautiful
bol
lamb.
çok teşekkür ederim canımsın. En iyi abonelerimiz. Eyvallah, hoş geldin. Burak'a çok teşekkür ederim bu arada 2K bit için.
It brings a little bit of acidity, but definitely a bright, fresh flavor.
Bu abla işi biliyor. Bu abla çok iyi biliyor. Baharatı da dayadı.
I'm going to give it a good drizzle of this.
You want to coat the salmon evenly.
Sen ne yapıyorsun yani? Sen ne yapıyorsun? Sen çok yanlış bir yerdesin. Yani çok yanlış videodasın. Sen yanlış videodasın yani.
The one ingredient that I haven't put in yet, which is probably one of the most important, is our salt. Okay, we're gonna take this, wrap it in saran wrap, and refrigerate it for 24 hours.
This is all set to go. I'm just gonna
Lütfen
let it,
çok teşekkür
marinate
için
for about
canımsın.
half an hour
En
while I
iyi
get everything
abonem.
else ready to go.
Eyvallah, hoş
I'll
geldin.
put this in the refrigerator now for 1
Koyma,
or 2 hours.
koyma. Sen onu çöpe.
The next thing I'm gonna do is get these things ready to put on my kebab. So I have peppers, onion, mushrooms, and some things to make them taste good.
So here's my salmon. It's marinated for 2 hours. See how nicely the color has deepened? That's your saffron in action.
Okay, so we have our lamb here. Here we have an ice cream scooper.
Ben kişisel olarak saldırılmış hissediyorum. Niye böyle hissediyorum? Bayağı bildiğin kişisel olarak saldırılmış hissediyorum. İçten bir şekilde etkiledi bu beni. Rahatsız oldum. I am offended.
You might say she's gone mad. But the reason why we do this in the restaurant is to ensure that each piece is equally portioned.
So I am going to cut my peppers down to size.
I actually zest and add in the juice of an
Tövbe,
orange.
tövbe.
And I do not want the acid in the marinade because it would over marinate the salmon.
Red onion, I'm going to just chop off the top and give it a peel. Get the skin off.
You want to press the meat against the side of the bowl to ensure that you're getting the proper portion.
Next thing, we have some mushrooms.
Uzay çok teşekkür ederim için canımsın. En iyi abonemsin. Eyvallah, hoş geldin.
Giving this a good
Çok kötüyüm.
stir.
Çok kötüyüm.
And the
Elim
last
ayağım
thing I'm
titriyor.
gonna do is
Çok kötü
chop my
oldum.
lemon in half because I'm going to use the juice to make everything delicious. I'm going to do a little bit of olive oil. This is my Italian seasoning that I'm just going to shake on. No measurements here, just you know, making it happen.
Sınanıyoruz.
Pepper.
Türklük sınavı bu. Buradan var ya, bu videoda mesela sinirim bozulmazsa direkt şeyden atıyorlar. Direkt. Direkt atılıyorsun. Türkiye'den atılıyorsun. Manası yok yani. Kalamazsın burada.
Some salt.
Türklükle atıldım.
I'm ready to skewer.
Sınır dışı. Vatandaşlık gitti.
Viewers,
Ülke ocakları şu anda uçağı kaldırıyor.
full of bubbles so that when they are cooking, they do not stick to the fish. So honestly, you can skewer them any way you like.
I'm going to spread a little bit of olive oil on this sheet tray just to ensure that the lamb doesn't stick. And I'm actually going to put a little bit of
Bu ablamı yemin ediyorum bak yani biliyor.
my hands. Okay, so we're going to take our lamb and we're
tokatlayacak
going to
şimdi.
roll it into a bowl. As we roll it into a bowl, we're going to start to shift from rolling into round circles to rolling up and down. And you want it to look like a little football. Okay, so we're going to take our skewer and basically place it in the middle and then continue to do the shaping. At this point, you're going to do round and round and you're going to have our kebab.
So I'm just going to stick these guys.
Ablam tek başına kurtarıyor videoyu.
Feel out the organization. Try to get, you know,
Abi fark etmez. Şeklini siktir edin. Tadı güzel.
like a good amount of meat.
İçli köftenin kebap versiyonu oldu ama tadı güzel. Belli yani onun.
I'm adding 3 pieces to each skewer. I think that makes it a comfortable serving
Bu ne?
As we're rolling the kebab, we're going to get it into that football shape and you could just insert the skewer from the bottom. And there you go.
Important thing is making sure that you get it kind of down the middle so that nothing falls.
Ay bu 3 aşağı 5 yukarı bir filmde izlemiş. Böyle yapıyorlar herhalde diye bir şey yapıyor. Bu en azından anlıyorum. Yani bu abla yapamıyor. Anlıyorum ama niye yapamadığını anlıyorum. Öbürünü hiç anlamıyorum ya.
The last one.
Ya Emily kendi çapında bir şeyler yapmayı deniyor. Bu ne yapıyor?
Alright, skewers assembled, time to grill.
Okay, so it's grilling time. We have our grill here, and I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil, and with a brush, I like to brush the grill. This way I know that I'm not putting so much olive oil to smoke out the joint.
I'm gonna start with just a few of these, and then we'll slowly get all of them done, and then bing, bang, boom, we'll have a bunch of skewers to eat.
I prefer cooking these in the oven because the heat is more uniform and gentle than an open grill. I'll be baking them for about 7 minutes at 350 degrees.
And season our kebabs. When you season high, you're able to cover a lot of ground. So we're gonna take our tongs, and we're gonna lift our kebabs by the meat and place them on our grill.
So it should be 8 to 10 minutes altogether. On each side, probably like a minute or two.
So this is the point where you have to
Sinirim
exercise
bozuldu.
a little patience. What you want to do right now is caramelize the meat and let it cook so you get those nice, beautiful grill marks.
So here are the kebabs. They have been cooking in the oven. Would I
Farkı yok, farkı yok. Hiçbir şey anlaşılmıyor. Piştiğini bile anlayamadım.
have here is a mixture of olive oil and chopped mint leaves. The brightness of the mint will harmonize very well with the notes of orange and ginger.
Yeah, there we go. Pretty much a master maneuver.
I'm gonna use a spoon.
Abi bu arada Emily biraz daha az pişirse inek üniversiteye yazılacak. Yani yaşıyor o. Belli.
And why is that? I really want to be gentle with these because I love them so much. And we're just gonna roll them over. There you go. Wow.
So now that these are brushed with olive oil and mint, I'm putting them back in the oven to broil.
Can't remember what I'm looking for to know these are done. I mean, it's steak,
Ah be
so
Emily.
any level of doneness is technically correct.
So now that our kebabs have rolled around, got grill marks, and are cooked perfectly, we're gonna take them off and put them on a sheet tray with parchment paper to rest. So these are done. We're gonna let them rest while we start on our tzatziki.
And here are my salmon kebabs. So now we'll make the sauce. The first thing that we are doing is I'm mixing in orange juice. Now my yogurt goes in.
For my kebabs, I am making a sauce. A garlic aioli, if you will.
I love texture when I'm eating, and what I love to use is kohlrabi. And we're gonna cut the
O ne?
And what you want to do is just cut down
Bu ne?
the sides of the kohlrabi, and you're really looking to expose the white meat on the inside. We're gonna leave the kohlrabi here while we peel our garlic.
Enginar mı?
Squeeze my roasted garlic out of its garlicky shell. You just want the soft bits, not the hard bits.
Değildir ya.
Alright, look, now it's a garlic flour.
And the beauty of
Turp
tzatziki
değil ya.
for me is that garlicky yogurt cooling sensation that it has when paired with meats, fish, or even vegetables.
I'm adding in the pomegranate seeds.
And the next thing,
Sınanıyor. Çok zor şeyler yaşıyorum. Nar attı nar. Ya nar attı yani o kadar random yani çok random. Çok random. Ya cidden şey gibi hissediyorum. Melter'de bir tane tekstil firmasında gibi hissediyorum kendimi ya. Tişörtün üzerine 1886 monkey ve böyle Honolulu yazıyormuş gibi hissediyorum ya. Bu kadar random olmamalı.
what I'm gonna do is just toss everything else in, you know? So I'm just gonna squeeze my mayo in there. A little splash of Worcestershire, some fresh ground pepper, cayenne, pinch of salt.
For the dill, I'm actually going to take off the stems on the bottom. Now, this chop doesn't have to be perfect, so you're looking for a rough chop. It seems like this has been my tool of choice today, and we're going to grate this kohlrabi on the fine grater. I'm going to lay it on its side and just continue to grate it.
So the final thing that the sauce gets is some tempered spices. So let's make sure this is nice and hot. I'm grating in some fresh ginger. These are black nigella seeds. And now lastly, I'm adding in red pepper flakes.
What we're left with is this nice crunchy texture of the vegetables.
Yeter.
Take our
Yeter abla artık yeter yeter.
And then with our microplane, we're going to start with the garlic.
Ağlayacağım.
We're going to use the zest of the whole lemon. I'm going to add our dill. And lastly,
I'm gonna cut my lemon open and squeeze it.
I don't know if that's right or wrong, but it is squeezing the lemon out. And I think by the looks of this, we're definitely going to need the other side. Some exercise while you're cooking. Okay, we're gonna give this a really generous drizzle of olive oil. And of course, season with salt.
It's all good. Now I'm adding in the soil.
Çok zor.
We're gonna mix this together.
Çok zor. Şu an hayat çok
I
zor.
think it looks pretty.
Doritos'un ranch sosunu yaptın. Kebaba koyacaksın.
Let's taste.
Delicious.
Delicious. I don't know if you heard it, but there's that nice crunch. You're getting lemon and garlic and dill. This
Kebap
is
da
our
değil,
tzatziki.
somona
My
koyacak.
roasted garlic aioli.
Hayır onu somana da koymam ben ya. Somonu da bok etti.
And here are my salmon kebabs. These are all done.
We have our beautiful kebabs.
We're gonna give our kebabs a little bit of makeup. We're gonna give them a little zhuzh of olive oil and a good squeeze of lemon juice to bring them back to life. I'm gonna take the tzatziki and plate this right down the center of the plate. And then we're gonna layer our kebabs on.
Bu arada yabancılar yoğurdumsu bir şeyle inanılmaz fazla yemeği seviyorlar. Öyle bir garip bir şey var. Yani yoğurtla yiyorlar. Yoğurt değil de yoğurdumsu bir şeyle yiyorlar.
I top these with some additional almonds, a little more pomegranate seeds for color.
Allah'ım
and some
artık
more mint.
atma, yapma,
I just
yapma,
stir them
yapma,
in
yapma
right
artık bir şey koyma. Allah kahretsin, koyma artık random bir şey.
Just put in my sauce into my little cup.
So we're gonna add a little bit of shata to this dish. And what this is a really spicy pepper.
Nar fetişi var ya.
Sparingly because we don't want anybody to say that it was too spicy. And then our crispy shallots. I'm gonna finish with a little bit of fresh herbs. Some of the dill to bring out the flavor of the tzatziki. And I can't help myself but finish every kebab plate with parsley because it's an essential part of it. We're gonna go back again with a little bit of lemon and olive oil. And we're just gonna give this a little dressing of sumac at the end.
And these are my kebabs.
Şöyle söyleyeyim. Emily biraz yani çok anime izlemiş. Anime kebabı yapmaya çalışmış. Görünsel olarak yapmış. Biraz daha yani medium rare bu. Hatta medium bile değil. Bayağı bir medium rare ya. Medium rare'de yapmış. Şık. Yok medium rare pişmiş bu arada bu. Rare değil de medium rare bu.
So these are my salmon kebabs.
Zaten.
Here are my lamb kofta kebabs.
Yapmış Ayşe yani.
So now's the fun part. I get to taste it.
Kendi yaptığı yemeği beğenmedi. Bak ben ne yapmışım diye bakıyor. Bak diğerleri bak bu biraz sert olmuş diyor. Bu mutlu. Bu ben ne yaptım? Şoka girdi. Bu da beğenmiş. Ortadaki abla şok içinde yani. Ulan kebap dedik. Sonra fark etti yani. Yediği anda fark etti. Somon yaptım lan ben dedi. Yalan söylüyor bak. Yalan söylediği nasıl belli bak. Yalan. Düz yalan.
What's nice about it is the saffron makes it festive, so it's also great for company.
These kebabs are great for like a back
Çok yalan söylüyor. Among Us'ta bir numara yani bu.
barbecue with friends. Nothing fancy here, but tasty. You know, I mean, it's like what more can you ask for other than this? I'm sure I'll find out from the other levels.
Çok kötü oldum. Yani hayatımda böyle videoya gerek yoktu. İzlemeye de bilirdim. İzledim yanlışlıkla. Yani Level 4 şey ya. Bilim adamı. Level 4'te bilim adamı. Kebap böyle yapılır falan diye böyle teknik terimleri şey yapıyor. O çok zevkli değil. Level 4 kısmı çok sıkıcı ya. Açtım da Level 4 çok sıkıcı abi. Yani MF dersleri gibi.
Let's see how each of our three chefs made theirs.
Bak protein. Abi, bütün TM'ciler şu anda kapattı yayını. Bütün anlamadı. Protein ne diyor? Bitti şu anda yayın.
Emily used top sirloin, which is a moderately tender cut from the gluteus medius muscle.
Oba! Son dilci de gitti aramızdan. Gluteus medius dedi. Son dilci gitti. Gitti abi. Yık. Burası sıkıcı ya. Videonun şeyine sıkıcı. Bak iddiaya varım. Bu videonun statlarını görsek %90'ı burada kapatıyordur. Level 4 izleyen yok. Direkt yok. Tam bir Merter tişörtü, Allah kahretsin. Merter'de ben bu tişörtü bulurum. Ben Merter'de bu tişörtü bulurum bu arada. Ciddi söylüyorum. Biraz ararsam 6 ayda falan bulurum Merter'de bunu. Net yani. Vintage. Arka tarafta yazıyor. Arka tarafta vintage. Müthiş ya. O cidden hani bir öyle bir tişört modası var abi bak. Şöyle bir yıl sallıyorsun götünden. Direkt bir tane götünden yıl sallıyorsun. Sonra bir tane işte harita açıyorsun, dünya haritası. Alıyorsun abi dartı diye atıyorsun. Hangi ülkeye gelirse, Madagaskar geldi, yazıyorsun direkt üzerine. Sonra da random bir kelime. Monkey. Mesela strong yazıyorsun böyle direkt. Çok müthiş bir şey yani. Direkt böyle çok tişört var. Çok enteresan ama aynı kalıpta yapılıyor. Böyle random ama yani tamamen. Moda. O zaman bir dakika. Şu an şöyle